Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Conrad, for that great story. It's the first time I met Conrad. I'm just fairly new with the company, so it was very interesting to hear your story and how you talk about our business. And he said, don't make it too complicated. Don't talk about the products. Don't talk about what it is all about that we sell. And I'm going to make it really complicated right now. So no, I won't. I mean, I enjoy talking about nutrition and about science in a way that my mother understands it. That's for me my point that I need to keep in my mind, that everybody has to understand what we're talking about, because we are a company that shares products to everyone, and it should be understandable and understandable for everyone around us. And I think in Europe particularly we need to talk about the products, but we need to talk about the product in a way that people feel like, yeah, I can do this, I understand this, I feel these effects in my own body, in my own way of life, and I just want to, I want to feel confident that we have somebody doing science and somebody, knowing what it's all about, and we have some doctors promoting this, but I just have to feel confident I can talk about it, how good it makes me feel. And that's what I'm here in this business for. And last time I was here in London, I wasn't with MonaVie. I was just an invited food scientist by our president, Del Brown, and I did some product training. Maybe some of you were here the last time when I spoke. So today that's completely different. I got the opportunity from MonaVie to join the company, and I had to think about it, of course. Sure. I mean, like everyone being presented with an opportunity, you have to think about if this is a right opportunity for you. Just like we were just being told, I mean, it's about, from the business side, you have to think about, is this a good opportunity? And from the product side, and from the science side in my case, you have to think about, is this a good opportunity? And I'm a scientist originally, I'm a biochemist. What we heard about from Conrad a lot about the company, that it is such a company driven by genuine leaders, by genuine business principles, an easy concept behind it. That's important, but today I'm going to talk about the truth behind the products. And as by now you know, we are in the business of sharing the great, if we're looking at an opportunity, is it researched? We talked a little bit about research already, but now let's get more down into research. I mean, I know it's great to share your story, but I'd like to see it being backed up with independent research. People that looked at it, that have nothing to do with MonaVie, that are just looking into it for the scientific aspect of it, and say, yes, something is happening here with this berry. So that's an important question. Does MonaVie do that? I already told you that we have a lot of investment in clinical research. We have a widely respected international scientific advisory board. Very essential. These people don't work for MonaVie. They're just, they're university professors, and they work at clinics, and they do a lot of things, but also look at the acai berry and look at the research that has been produced around the acai berry. So this is an international board. It's mostly made up of Americans right now, but that's just because we're young. We're just here a year and a half in the UK, we're a year in Germany. We're just starting. We're just at the beginning of this great, this great journey together in Europe. And this is something that I am reproducing in Europe. You can bet on that. Because I know we need local people that do the same thing as these big guys do for us in America. I mean, we have Dr. Schaus on our events in Germany, but he can't come every week, right? It's very exclusive if these persons can come. But we have, I'm working with doctors because, that I like to do that. I've done that for the last 10, 15 years, and I know how interested they are, healthcare professionals. Yesterday, I was with a contact of a lady here in the UK, meeting with a doctor. I mean, a doctor just like say, my patients are asking me for natural products. They're fed up with side effects of chemical stuff. They want something natural. They're being confronted with this question all the time. Do you have something natural for me? And usually doctors don't really feel comfortable with that question because they don't get any training with it. They know they have to have something, but they have to rely on a company that does the right research, almost in a pharmaceutical-like way, so that they feel comfortable in sharing that opportunity with their patients. We see it everywhere in Europe, UK, Germany, everywhere I go, and that's why I'm convinced we are developing a similar research board here in Europe. We're also in scientists around you that you're doing the right thing, that you did correct research. And that is maybe even the more difficult part of getting studies published. We do that 70 studies are finished. Some of them paid for by MonaVie. It's very normal. I mean, that's how science works. They have to get their funds from somewhere. But most of them have nothing to do with MonaVie. And that is strong. That means people that don't even know us have an interest in the health benefits of the acai berry. This is very convincing. We do this also in Europe. We haven't done it up to now, but I have right now, I'm in Germany working on a study with our active juice in a group of people that, we observe the health benefits. It can solve free radical damage itself, but it's about helping to accomplish that task. That's what antioxidants do. They don't do it alone, they do it together with our body. So what does it help against? Inhibit the oxidation. It inhibits the oxidation of vital components. Vital components like DNA, like proteins, like our eyes, like our organs, like our brains, by free radical damage. That is what antioxidants do. So the key words: natural, helping our body, not alone, protecting against oxidation of vital components by free radicals. That is what an antioxidant is. So why do we have a problem today with that disbalance? This is a study at cholesterol management. And cholesterol management is very important because it's one area where MonaVie has great health benefits. It improves cholesterol drops. It improves the bad cholesterol, improves the good cholesterol, improves the triglycerides, all at the same time. Yesterday, again, this doctor I spoke to, he said, it's great, we can lower cholesterol, we know how to do that. Yes, but do you know how to improve many other parameters at the same time? And no, he had no answer to that. That is what MonaVie can do. It improves many different things in the right way and in the good direction. And that is just one thing. This is another study on glucose, on sugar levels. I think people that are overweight, they are at risk to develop diabetes, right? Also in the UK. What you want to do there is you want to prevent high sugar after the meal. And that's what they constantly fight. MonaVie is doing that. This is a study in 30 days where clearly the peak levels of glucose after the meal are being reduced simply by taking MonaVie twice a day, every day. Then we go to a study in pain management, anti-inflammatory effects. It's great. If you talk to people taking MonaVie Active for weeks or months, they say, I have less pain. Great. But now we have studies to back it up. Independent universities have shown that, yes, indeed, the anti-inflammatory effects of MonaVie reduce pain. And finally, we have a study last year completed on immune stimulation. This is at the basis of many different health issues. So the message here is not to bore you with all the details, but it is about, we're doing studies in all kinds of areas. And fortunately, because we have such a unique, complex product, we have health benefits in many different areas. And that's the key. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I show you studies with sick people, high cholesterol, this, pain, this, that. That's not the key. If you do a study, you cannot do a study in healthy people, because what are you going to show? That they stay healthy? That's very difficult to investigate. You have to get a sick person and show improvement to us. You have to have something that belongs to the company, to your business, to MonaVie itself. And we have a unique thing. And this is the golden egg, what MonaVie has, and that's this powder. And that is the freeze-dried powder of the acai berry. That is what gives MonaVie its extremely high ORAC value. The lab report, it's an important website here to see, which is where you can download the report yourself and look at it. The important thing is that it's independent. It's not us who did that. It is a government institute, USDA, that measures many different fruits and vegetables in terms of antioxidant level. And here you see the graphs. Here is a couple of berries. They have thousands of fruits and vegetables. I selected a couple of berries just to make the comparison fairly, right? And this is the antioxidant level per weight unit, per 100 gram, to compare it on the same scale. And these are the results of normal berries that you buy in the supermarket. Dried berries, air-dried berries. And that's the amount of antioxidant level you will get from it. Now, they also measured our MonaVie's powder, freeze-dried powder. And this is what they got for the freeze-dried powder. And it's nice that you applaud, but I was looking at this as I don't believe peanuts. And that's the minimum everybody needs to get adequate protection. But if you have additional health concerns, like the questions I showed you here, you need simply more protection. And I got 3 points, so this is my dose. Can you overdose? No, you cannot overdose. Don't worry. I mean, this is not, we're not talking about anything dangerously, chemically thing, you know. At the end of the day, it is fruit juice. Just a very special fruit juice. A very unique mixture of fruit juice. But don't talk about it like it's a dangerous thing. You know, I want to tell you one thing about 15, 20, 100 years. Well, biochemistry is going to be here for the next 100 years, next thousands of years. So from that regard, we're safe, right? But it's also the way MonaVie produces this product. It's not that we go out there with big trucks and we destroy the whole Amazon. We sustainably collect these berries. And we are very fragile with the environment. And that really makes me feel very good. That we just don't see this as a big corporation where more is not enough. We go in there, we work with nature, we select what we take, we work with these people that collect these berries for us, we give them a D something, and nobody says, I don't care about this. It doesn't give you life satisfaction. I want to be in a field where people feel they are treasured, they treasure what you do. Is that the case with MonaVie? Well, clearly. I mean, I told you about the doctors that are more interested, but I told you about everybody else who's not a doctor. We know that we have to take health in our own hands. We know that we have to take care of our own long-term health, our own financial health. We cannot rely on other people to do that. We have to do that here in our own life, make those own decisions by ourselves. And we see that everywhere. People are dying for an opportunity that we are able to offer them. And that's why people treasure a clear opportunity. This is my vision. Everyone and everywhere I know needs MonaVie.